That is what the world looks like, right? So let me ask you, who drew that map? Who do you think were the photographers and the people that came around and started drawing that map?
If I'm correct, I think some Arabian people during the First World Map in somewhere 13 BC or something.
13 BC, before Christ. Okay, so the Arabs had, oh, I got that. The Arabs had already figured out this area. But the Arabs were land traders. So they traded throughout Africa, they traded through Asia. They were traders. They weren't sea travelers. So the Portuguese, the Dutch, the British, the Spanish, they colonized the world. They traveled all over. The Caribbean is called the West Indies. Do you know why in the natives of America are called Indians? Do you know why they're called Indians? Because Christopher Columbus got lost and he thought he was in India. So he called them Indians because he thought he had landed in India. And he was on the other side. So, now, back to Russia. So you believe that the people that traveled the world drew that map, right? Makes sense. I look at the map. So you think that all the countries at the bottom, they're smaller, they're tapered, New Zealand, small and stuff. Do you notice that all the third world countries, or the third world countries, like Africa, become tapered. South America, become tapered. Even Mexico, up to the Darien Gap there before the top of South America, Central America, tapered. Do you notice how they become tapered? India, tapered. You notice how they become tapered? And yet, when you look at the top, like Alaska, America, vast. Europe, vast. Even Greenland, Russia, vast, right? So psychologically, when we look at a map, we think, hey, we are a little smaller than these European countries. Now, what's your name? Sorry? Daniel. Daniel. I'm going to show you something today about the true size of Africa. Okay? So don't always believe what you see. Don't always believe what you see. Because the people that drew that were trying to send a message that we are bigger than those countries. We are smarter than those people. Africa, there it is, beautiful. Lake Malawi in the middle there. We got the cradle of humanity. China fits in Africa. So, from Freetown, Djibouti, well, from Freetown to Djibouti over there, that's like 6,000 kilometers, okay? So we can put China in China. Doesn't look like it on the map, right? No, of course, the map, somebody else drew that. We can put India. You see that, right? Miss Lucy, I don't need just a pointer. Anyone else?
No.
Just asking for my gifts. USA can fit in Africa. So now, aren't you thinking like, whoa, how can Africa be that big? Most of Europe fits in Africa. United States, Europe, India, Japan, China, even the UK fits in Madagascar. So, does that surprise you now? So the distance between Freetown and Djibouti is actually the same distance from St. Petersburg to Vladivostok. The length of Russia is the same length of Africa. So again, This was propaganda to make us feel like we're small. Africa is huge. And ask any guy that's done any adventure touring or traveled through Africa. I traveled most of Africa. I didn't travel all of Africa. I hitchhiked when I was young, when I was a little older than you guys. But it's huge. So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled in assuming that this is small because you saw this. And who's to say that this could not be inverted? Who's to say that's the way the world really looks? It could be upside down, right? Indonesia could be at the top. We could be. But this is why English is powerful. It's because the countries that colonize us are the countries that lay down the law and say, this is what you should be. This is how you should see the world. Okay? So that Russia is actually the same size as it. It's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of crazy when you think about it. And that's amazing. That's why I say this thing is a gift. It's a musical undertaking. I say this is a gift. It's a powerful tool. Be careful how you use it. It's powerful. There is more computing power in this than the first space shuttle that went up to the moon. Actually, there's more computing power in this than the space shuttle. So, it's a powerful tool. Just be careful how you use it. Now, are there any questions? I don't want to talk all the time because I know when I talk, I had one kid say to me, Mr. Gavin, your voice makes me sleepy. I try not to talk too much. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to break it up a little. We're going to play a little game, okay? Now, my games are very boring sometimes, people think, but they're an important way of seeing each other differently. You know, when you see me as an African, were you surprised that I'm African? Were you surprised that I'm African?
A little bit.
A little bit. Because people think, oh, Africans are a certain way. You think we talk like this, eh? Not all of us talk like this. But when we see people, we have these perceptions. We think. Like when I saw that young man, I had a perception of him already. He was polite, just consensual. He was really courteous. You know, he was going to do what he needed to do. He came back, right? But if I look at him, he would have not done the same thing. He'd have gone outside, chipped around with his friends, not do exactly what he was supposed to do. So my point is, we have these perceptions. We look at people and say, that's what you are. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do 2 truths and a lie. Okay? But I want you, at least 4 or 5 of you, to do the same. Now, you have to tell 2 truths about yourself. 2 things that are truthful about yourself. And 1 that is a lie. Bald-faced lie. And your friends, now I don't want it to be easy like, oh, I like roadblocks. And no, I want something really deeply personal, something that's really different. So your friends have to try and guess what it is. Which one's the lie? We're only guessing the lie, okay? You want to try that? Okay, I'm telling you about myself. I've lived in Asia for 35 years. I've lived in Indonesia going on 26 years, 25 years in Indonesia. I'm married and I have a 23-year-old daughter. Okay? I'm 60 years old. Those are all truths. Now, let's get into, if you know these things, I'm married, I have a grown-up daughter, I've lived here a long time. If you listen to that about me and look at me, let's see if you'll be able to guess the 2 truths and a lie. to take this off because the answers are going to come up. Okay. Now, if you do not get involved in this, I'm going to continue with some questions. Okay. I love technology. I'm so useless with technology, but I love it. I love it. I mean, I think electric cars are the most polluted vehicles you can find. But I love them. I love the power. Anyway, I'm old school. Okay, 2 truths and a lie. Okay, you must say 3 things about yourself, and the other students must guess if it's true or a lie. Now, please don't say something your best friend knows, you know. Oh, I like Mercy and Messi, right? You know, I like soccer. No, I play badminton. Everybody knows you play badminton. So I don't want stuff like that. I want something as a little soul searching, okay? Are we ready to try this?
Yes.
Now, this is about me. So I want to see if you can figure out me. Based on everything I told you, I come from Africa, these things, I'll tell you more about my tribe and my beliefs and how we function as Africans. I'm a grandfather. I have 2 beautiful granddaughters. Number 1, lock it in.
Yes.
Good. Number 2, I was the national freestyle dance champion of South Africa. That means I danced and I won, and then I represented my country in the World Dance Championships. Okay. I swam with a crocodile. Oh, this is surreal. What do you think?
I think number 3 is a lot because I don't see bike marks.
You don't see bike marks. It's true, right? He thinks number 3 is a lie because he doesn't see bike marks. That makes sense. What do you think? 1, 2, 3. You have to dig deep on this one because you cannot make assumptions about people just because of the way they dress and the way they look. Okay? Don't make assumptions about people. What do you think? 1, 2, 3. One of them is a bald-faced lie. One of them could never. Young man says crocodiles. Woo! Crocodiles. Anybody else? What do you say? 1, 2, 3.
What number am I?
Sorry? Anybody? Ladies? 2. So you saying that I was not a dance champion? I can dance. Come on, man. Fine. Ladies. 1, 2, or 3. 2. So I was not a dancer. Okay, yeah. Do I look like I can dance? 1, 2, or 3. 2. So the general consensus is that I have 2 grandchildren. I was not a dancer, and I could not possibly have swum with a crocodile. You're so right. Who's crazy to swim with a crocodile?
Well, unless you're a capybara or...
Unless I'm a capybara? True. What do you think? 1, 2, 3. So you think I don't have grandchildren? I told you I'm 60 years old. My daughter is 23.
Maybe 3 of grandchild.
So what do you think, teachers?
I think the second.
You think the second?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. And I've heard some of the reasons why people think that, okay? And it's very, very valid. The points are valid. What do you say? You define the dancing? Why does everybody think I can't dance? I'm so broken. But it's fair, right? Because your perceptions. So whenever you see somebody from a different culture, or different look, or different way of dressing, we have perceived notions about what they are, which is not a bad thing, because we learn things about, like, African Americans. I don't even know why they call them African Americans. It's weird, eh? Call it African and American. Africa's a continent, America's a country. They're Americans, or they're Africans. Or they are Africans born in America, of African heritage. So, let's look at this. I am not a grandfather. My daughter graduates this year, well, early next year. She's still in university.
Oh, that's why you say you have 23 girls.
Yes, because that will throw you off into thinking that she could be married, she could possibly, right? But that was the whole point. Same as looking at a continent and thinking it's a small place. Has anybody driven from like Bekasi to Banyuwangi to Pasangaran? That's the most, Pasangaran, yeah, it's the most eastern part. Do you know how many days it takes to go that distance? Indonesia is huge, but our perceptions are there. And the map, Google Map says 2 hours, no, or 2 days later. I represented my country in freestyle dance championships. That was me. That was my newspaper article. I represented South Africa in the Australian Dance World Championships. I was not placed, but I did represent. Yeah. I'll explain it. You see, I knew you'd say that. Because this is your world of living, right? So again, you believe AI, but when something is real, you won't believe it. But again, perceptions, right? The map of the world, how we look. Perceptions are really important. This is a place in Darwin. It's called Crocosaurus. It's where you can go and swim with crocodiles. Now, what you don't see is the curvature here. There's a curve. So I'm in a plastic container. Your perception could be, it's easy to say AI, but I didn't grow up in an AI world. So you can't swim. That crocodile is 17 years old. But you can actually swim with young juveniles with no cage, like 300 of them in the water. You can just swim through them. The reason young crocodiles don't attack humans is because they're not territorial. That's it. These would kill you. And this one was guarding a pregnant female that was at the bottom. I've got the videos and stuff. So, again, perception. AI is a real thing. It's scary me too. Now, I would like somebody to stand up and tell me 2 truths and a lie. Now, I'm going to let you know now, I am a masterful genius when it comes to guessing stuff. Come on. I want somebody to tell me 3 things about themselves. And one, are you ready? My man, That's it. Good job. 2 rounds more. Did you have a class?
I have 2 truths and 1 lie. 1, I have a message towards people. 2, I am an introvert. 3, I like strawberry.
What's the first one, sorry?
The
1,
first
I have immense hate towards people. 2, I am an introvert. 3, I like strawberries.
Did you hear that? Sorry, did you hear that? Hates people, introvert, and loves strawberries. Which one's a lie?
No, it's Arafat.
Well, 3 is a lie.
3 is a lie? Who else? Just let them guess for a while and see. Anybody?
If someone you can
So you think you like strawberries? Okay. Anybody else? I know which one it is. I think it's number 1.
Well, perhaps I never hated anybody since ever in my life. I just don't really like getting weird. That's why I'm an introvert.
Okay, so you don't like strawberries?
I like strawberries.
So which one's the lie?
That was the first one. I never hated people.
Okay, so number 1. Thank you. Be careful that the tables. Yeah, because I misread what he said. But again, I know what he's saying. I am antisocial too. I don't have any social media. I don't belong to any groups. I don't like hanging around groups of people. The more time I spend with my dogs, the more I realize I don't like people much. Because I'm serious, when you spend time with dogs, it changes your perception about how people are. So, I'm not saying I don't like people, it's just, I'm not a social person. I go touring, I go alone. I don't have groups, Facebook groups, I don't have Instagram, I don't have nothing. Doesn't bother me. So, anybody else? Ladies, the ladies! The quiet one. Can one of you, I'm not going to say you, any one of you feel like you want to share? You don't have to come to the front, you can stand where you are and speak out
Yes,
loud.
okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah, yes. You propose space. Okay.
I have 2 brothers and 1 mother. First, I have 1 brother and 1 sister, and they're still alive. And second, I like apples. And then third, I live in Sidoarjo.
No, if you have a friend, you cannot guess because you know this stuff. You can ask me questions.
I'm guessing number 1. Maybe one of your brothers or I don't know
Anyone
what to say.
Anybody else want to try to guess? Anybody want to guess? No?
Girls? Yes.
Apples? Everybody loves apples. What do you think? 1, 2, or 3? You think 1? What is the lie?
The first one.
Well, I'm really sorry for your loss. Yeah.
Actually, yes, I have 1 brother and 1 sister, but they all passed away.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, and it's very brave of you to share that. Thank you.
Give a clap.
Okay. Big question. Big question. Anyway, I know there's a song called Perfect, right? In reality.
What do you think?
Sorry? No. It's okay.
Yep.
I don't know the answer. I don't know. I have my
You
own
can.
interpretation of what the answer is. So none of us are going to be agreeing on the same thing. Most of us won't. Yes? Get it there. Think about that. We're all going to have different answers here. I would like to hear what you say. I know you're fidgeting in your chair because you want to say something. What is it? Is anything such as perfect? You don't know? Hmm? You're not sure? Fair enough. Fair enough. Anybody else? Anybody else? Is there perfection in the world today? No? Okay. So, most everything's flawed. Everything has its problems, right?
Yeah.
God. You say God. Okay. Anybody else? So, God is perfect. Okay. Anybody else? Is there anything such as perfect in the world? It's a yes or no answer. You don't have to expand on it if you don't want to.
Yes or
Yes or no? Anybody? Not sure? Sorry?
When we are
Give me five. I like that. Continue.
when we are answering questions like this, it just can be good, it just can be bad. Because when we are answering from the religious perspective, it would say there is such a thing as perfect, just like God is in heaven and hell. But when we are taking perspective from the psychological and the humanic, it would be theoretical and talking about heaven from the linguist.
Did you hear what he said? If you didn't hear what he said, he said perspective changes when you're talking about religion and God and heaven and hell. And then when you speak about psychological aspects, your perspective, your perception of what perfect is also changes. I totally agree with you. But what he did not mention, but mentioned in his thing, is that he was afraid to say something wrong. That was the key of your whole speech that you gave me. He was afraid to say something that might be wrong or offensive. Do you feel that sometimes?
yeah.
That you hold back because you're scared? Fair, right? You do. Because why? Okay, now tell me why. Why are you scared to make a mistake? I think your teacher told you this last night. That mistakes are only the next step to learning something. I think she told you that. Very profound thing. But my question is, why are you afraid? There's got to be a reason why. Why are you afraid to make a mistake? Or to say something? Excuse me, is he supposed to be here? He's 7 years old. What are you doing here?
1 year old?
But why, okay, it's not a question of making a mistake. Why are you afraid to make a mistake?
What's your face?
Okay, no, it's okay. Why are you afraid to make a mistake? Anybody, why are you afraid? Okay, discuss it. Anything else? Always going to be a meeting. Why? But why are you scared to make a mistake? That's my question. Okay. This is one very interesting answer. That because some people are very straightforward and very honest about how they speak, they're worried about offending other people. And then they're worried about being beaten up. It's a real fear. A real fear. Now let me tell you one way to deal with that. Never be afraid of your thoughts. Never be afraid of what you say. Offensive, people being offended is a them problem, not your problem. Think about it this way, okay? Now, I know what your religious beliefs are, but let's think about the creation. You know, when the Supreme Being decided to create animals, right? And they created the lion, they created the elephant, they created the whale, they created the dinosaurs, whatever. And then, he turned around and says, let's create man in my image, right? So, God, or whoever we want to call this person, hey, God, is man going to have an outer skeleton to protect himself? No. I'm going to give them a brain. Are they going to have claws? Are we going to make man claws? No. Let's give them a brain. They can make weapons. Are they going to have sharp teeth? No. They're not going to have sharp teeth. We're going to give them a brain. Because they can make these weapons to protect themselves, right? I mean, some people have sharp teeth. So, this fearless thing that was created by a supreme being is more powerful than the lion, the gorilla, the orangutan. It's more powerful than the whale. Why? Because we have the brain. Yet, we are powerful, right? We can create weapons, we can create protective things, we can create internet, we can create spaceships, we can create satellites, and yet, we worry about words. Words break us, destroy us. Kids jump off buildings because of words. People go shooting other people because of words. How weird is that? We're supposed to be the smartest, right? Well, we're scared of words. Words. How crazy is that? We were given the most powerful brain in the universe, and we're afraid of a word that's going to offend you. Hey! Crazy, right? God. What did he say? Did he just fart? Isn't it crazy? We have all this power, and yet the word. I want to say something. Okay, let's think about the power of words. Let's think about the power of words. You're a strong young man. Feel good, right? Okay, now let's think about it this way. I want you, especially you, I want you to say the worst things, the most abusive things to this. Talk to this pen and say the worst degrading, hurtful things to this pen.
I want you to die in a fire. I like you to go to hell.
Okay? I want you to die in a fire. No. Clear. That's something he wants to say to this pen. Did this pen change? Right? It's still here. It still does what it's supposed to do. It did not change. That's how effective words are, or should be. They mean nothing. They mean nothing. Because look at this pen. It's got an ugly green hair and a brown body. It's chilling. It's going to be here tomorrow doing that. Hell and burning and dying, it's not going to affect it. So you see, the power of words is not from you. The power of words is from the person who receives it. Understand? You can say anything to me. You can say anything about my family. It doesn't affect me because I don't allow it to affect me. You understand? You can't break me. That's what you're going to do in this world. They're just words. Okay, somebody pushes you, then you know, it's different. But it's words. Who has been in a road rage incident?
Huh?
Road rage. I mean, you don't drive, but your parents or somebody driving, and you've seen it, right? Cars coming on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about the experience.
When I was about still 9 years old, or maybe still in elementary school, I once was with my mom as a driver, and then my mom accidentally hit someone in a motor. But it's not my mom's fault. It's their fault because they cut mom's road off, and mom accidentally hit them. Yeah.
Okay, so what came out of that? Okay, let's look at the incident. Mom cut somebody off, boom, accident. Okay. What happens after that? What do you think happens after that? Rage. People get angry, right? In my country, people get shot. My dad was shot because of a road rage incident. The guy cut him off. My dad followed him to the guy's house. And when he got to the guy's house, my dad drove 15 minutes out of his way, and the guy came and shot the guy in the stomach. Rage. Now, let's look at the word rage. Where does it come from? What do you think causes it? We're in a rush, we're in a hurry, right? Most of us. Yeah, right? You want to get to Burger King before the specials are over, whatever you're going to, or KFC or something. We have other problems. Pet goldfish died, you're sad. You know, mom's sick or dad's sick, you're sad. So everybody on the road has a lot of these things going on in their heads. Right? We're all going through something. So me doing this, not meaning to, I'm sorry. I trigger all his problems. Right? I trigger all his problems. That's where rage comes from. It's got nothing to do with me. It's got to do with what's happening in their lives. Best thing to do, walk away. But another good thing to do is learn how to fight. I learned how to fight because I grew up in a neighborhood where you'd be beaten up for looking at somebody. Looking at somebody. I lost my teeth. This, not real. Because I looked at somebody, he hit parts of me. And I went, my point is, learn how to fight. Why? Why would you learn how to fight? Because if you can fight, you can stop the fight. If you can fight, you can actually protect yourself safely. Some people don't like fighting, it's fine. I understand. Walk away. Walk away, because they're just words. I know some. Just walk away. Just walk away. Okay. Such a thing as perfect. You are perfect. You are perfect. You are perfect. Don't ever let anybody say anything to me. You are perfect the way you are. You were created the way you were supposed to be created. Perfect. 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 You all are perfect. But what makes it bad? What makes it worse? Is you need somebody else to validate your perfection. You're not standing in the mirror going, I'm the man. I'm the guy. You're not doing that. You're posting something on Instagram and then waiting for somebody to say, oh, you look cute today. Oh, I like your makeup today. Right? You do that. what happened. I've got a daughter, I didn't know. I've got a niece, same, she's 17, same. So what I'm saying is, we don't rely on other people for validation. You are beautiful, you are perfect, you are strong, you are powerful. And guess what? You're a woman. That even puts you in another level. That already sets you up for being the God, the supreme being, created perfection. So please, don't ever doubt yourself, especially you. Don't ever doubt yourself. You can choose not to be around other people. It's fine, you can do the same thing. But don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever let anybody validate you. Don't let anybody say that those shoes don't look cool on you. You wore them this morning because they were cool shoes, right? Doesn't matter what they say, they are just what? Words. That's all they are. They are nothing. It's just words. Let me ask you another question. Now, this is a double-sided question. Where would you like to go and why? Sorry, anybody? Sorry? Mountain, why? Chill vibe, right? Okay, let's go to the mountains. I do the same thing too. It's a chill atmosphere, it's a nice atmosphere. Anybody else? You see what happens? Roblox addiction, buddy. You stayed up last night, too much of this. Listen, put your head down, man. I can't force you to stay awake if you're not feeling it. Just put your head down, don't worry. Your ears are still open anyway. Where would you like to go and why? Sorry? New York. Why? You like the city, you like me the city. Let me tell you about New York. When you get to Central Square, you know where all the pictures are? That's the only happening place in New York. Everything else is just houses. There's nothing else. They're just like 5 or 10 blocks of lights and shows and stuff. Nothing else. It stinks. It smells like garbage everywhere. Enjoy New York. Anyway, where would you like to go to one? Turkey. I love Turkey, but where about in Turkey? Is Turkey very different? Istanbul is different from Kuchadasi, it's different. Where about? Istanbul, right? The Blue Mosque? Oh, the markets? Oh. I fell in love with Turkey. I love Turkey. The markets? Now, remember I told you about smells in New York? Smells of Istanbul. Frankincense, myrrh, just beautiful scents in the world. So, beautiful place to go to. Why? Where and why? You don't know yet. Where would you like to go and why? You like to go to cinemas? Why? But do you watch TV at home? You like to go movies better, right? Yes. Oh, yeah, some people like to get the popcorn, expensive popcorn. It's expensive. Where would you like to go? Japan. Okay, guys. Okay. He's got it. Japan. What? Okay, so you're into anime, the cartoons, and that kind of stuff, right? The cars. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little thing there. Do you know what my motorcycle is called? His name is Bushi. Bushi is samurai. I love the Japanese culture. My motorcycle was built in Japan. Actually, my 2 motorcycles and my car are from Japan. I love the technology. So which one? Are you into the lessons, what they call those? because it is X listens. Which one do you like? No, I'm talking about the one that were, do you like the new Japanese vehicles or like the older Japanese vehicles? Older, right? Okay, there's a saying, I'm gonna give you a quote that you must remember for the rest of your life. There's a saying in the world that when the world ends, meaning total annihilation of the whole universe and the earth, two things are gonna survive: cockroaches and Toyota Corollas. Those cars, they're right for life. I have a Toyota, I have a Kawasaki, and I have a Honda. I have Japanese all the way. Where would you want to go and why? It's okay. I mean, you can say you want to go to Kawa, so it's fine. It doesn't matter. Sorry, yeah. Switzerland. One place I've never been. Beautiful, right? Why do you like that? From the pictures? You like that? Pretty good. I've never been. But yeah, Switzerland would be a pretty good place. Who follow me? Nobody? Let's try another one. Who is the funniest person you know? Ken? You're the funniest guy they know? Yeah. No, but all of you think he's the funniest, or anybody else? Who's the funniest guy you know? Ken? Do you tell jokes or do you do like crazy kids? Ken, would you? I wish I had some money on me because this recently has to do with my money. Ken, would you be able to tell me a joke? A joke. Like, would you be able to make me laugh? I love jokes, so please read that carefully, and I would like somebody to answer you. Sorry? You want to see the answer?
No, I want to try and answer.
Oh, you want to try and answer? Please, feel free. Just stand up where you are and answer. Please listen carefully. Guys, please show some respect.
I would rather live for a week in the past because when I don't want to see my future as it could change how I look or how I will do in right now. So it's better to stay in the past than go to the future as it will change how the world I'm living in.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you. Fair enough. So you would like to live 1 week in the past. Valid point. We're all afraid of the future, aren't we? Kind of scared, right? Anybody scared of the future? If I gave you a pass, and said, you have a chance to go back 1 week and live that week, or you have a chance to go 1 week ahead, you'll come back, but you're going to see what happens next week. What would you choose? You want to go back. Why? Sorry? change anything? Would you do something different? Ah, okay. So you fix some mistakes that you made. Okay, that's fair. Past or future? Where would you want to go? You want to go in the future? Why would you want to go 1 week? You'll come back. But you just got 1 week, you're going to go again. Why would you want to do that? Sorry?
Yang mana untuk seminggu pasangan baru atau masa depan? Oh, pilih kamu pilih yang lebih suka yang apa daripada depan.
You want to go? You want to go 2 years? No, maybe a week. But what the hell? It's not a negotiation. 1 week? Not 2 years. Okay, you want to negotiate? Okay, so 1 week. Why would you want to go 1 week? Okay, it's fair. That's what we fantasize what we like to do when we do. Okay. Are they going to do 1 or 2 more? Do you?
Sekarang jam 8.13. Habis jam
8.13.
Kerjanya jam berapa?
Jam 9.
That's a bad one. This is a bad one in Australia. It means something else. And this means victory. It came from Vietnam War. In Vietnam, when the Americans won, they said they had peace in Vietnam. It was victory. That's where we got peace from. But this is really a bad sign. You don't do it in Australia, but you can do it in English. What is peace to you? Fair enough. Would somebody want to explain it to you? Just explain it in Bahasa, it's fine. It's not a problem. Yeah, what is peace to you? Now please, I do allow students to help each other because you are a team. This is your class, this is your friends. The more you help each other, the more you can change. What is peace? So peace is a peace sign. To you, what is it? Okay, I'll rephrase it. Okay. Maybe there's a misunderstanding, so I'll rephrase the question. Do you think we live in a peaceful world or peaceful society?
No.
Okay, now, if you have anything, what does the meaning of peace? What would you think the meaning of peace is, just to you personally? What is it? Okay. Do you think we can achieve peace? Do you think the world can be at peace with each other? You're going to be speakers one day. You're going to be traveling the world. Do you think there is peace in the world? And what do you think we need to do for peace? Or would you like peace? Any one of those answers. Nobody saw what happened in Australia 4 days ago. Did you see that? In Bondi Beach, the most famous beach in Australia, a father and son shut up a Jewish festival of Rosh Hashanah. They were having festival nights, and these two guys came up and just shot people. 10-year-old kid died. This was like 2-3 days ago, but of course, you guys don't watch the news. Okay. There's different forms of peace. But as humans, remember that creation that was made? We can't have peace. Because without conflict, every day, you know when you breathe in, you're fighting. You're fighting to stay alive. That's why we breathe. You're fighting. When you're born, you cry. We don't need peace in life. Because with peace, we don't grow. We need conflict in everything we do. So, and also when it comes to war, it's the biggest money-making scheme in the world. Countries will go poor if they don't fight. Or somebody else will come and take over their country. What are your thoughts on the Palestine-Israel situation? Any thoughts? No? That's fair. I'm not asking you to give me a political stance, I'm just asking you, what are your thoughts? Okay, what if I told you it was not a religious war? What if I told you Palestine and Israel were not fighting about religion?
No.
You think it's religion?
No.
That's got nothing to do with religion.
No.
It's got to do with land and bullying. That's all it's got to do with.
No, I think it's because I don't know if this will sound. I don't know if this sounds not offensive, but I hope it's not.
Stop apologizing. You don't need to apologize, especially to me. Don't start with an apology. Say what you need to say.
I think because of terrorists, I say.
Yeah, but who's the terrorist?
The terrorists living in the Mediterranean.
Okay, but think about it. The terrorist is the person that's terrorizing. So for Palestine, the Israelis are the terrorists, and for Israel and Palestine is the terrorists. So again, it's about perception. Where you sit in is how you see the war. But it's got nothing to do with religion. It's got to do with land. Okay. Who do you trust and why? Anybody? Let me stop that. Okay. Now, I'm going to change the topic, change the I'm just going to change it slightly. What do you know and understand about Africa? Anybody? Or what do you want to know about Africa? Yes?
I want to know the cultures and the famous foods in there and the cool transportation sightseeing there.
Okay, but which part of Africa? I can only talk about my country because I live in the UK, so.
I don't want to go to Uganda.
You don't want to go to my country?
No.
Okay, which country in Africa would you like to visit?
Any country, just around the country. I just think something.
What is the most spoken language in Africa? Sorry? No, Arabic is the second most spoken language. Well, that's the city. Talking about the language in Africa. Which is the most spoken language throughout Africa? Swahili. Swahili. You know the Hakuna Matata, that Jumbo? Yeah. Okay. Sorry? Waka Waka. Oh. Waka Waka. Waka Waka is a foreign language. It's a different language. But it was used in the World Cup and the words were changed. The original Waka Waka was actually a foreign language from Senegal. And kids, the child soldiers used to sing these songs. So what used to happen is raiders would come and steal children, young boys, to fight. They give them drugs, and then they just go fight. They're wars. So because the Senegalese, the soldiers that stole these children, did not understand fun. Fun was, Waka Waka was a song that was singing about how fat and lazy the oppressors were. So it was a joke that they used to sing about the guys that owned them, that stole them. But somebody heard the song and took it to Colombia, and a DJ remixed it for Shakira. So it was actually a song about war, children of war, that was mixed and it became the World Cup song. That's the story about it. So, South Africa. When I'm born into the Zulu tribe. My language is isiZulu. I come from KwaZulu. So, the Zulu all over. The word Zulu means heaven. And the reason is because our tribes were mountain tribes. So when they used to come out of the mountains, in the clouds, people used to say they come from heaven. The Zulu tribe. Shaka was our greatest warrior, our king. Now, when I'm born, I don't get a name. So in Indonesia, when you're born, who names you? Who gives you your name? Mom, dad? And grandma adds an extra one because, right? Okay, it doesn't work like that in Africa. For 1 year, for 8 to 12 months, you do not have a name. You either call boy or girl. Fana, Dom. Tomasana, Fana. That's it. You don't get a name. Crazy, right? Hey, boy. Hey, girl. Reason is, we do not give names to our children until we know something about their character. And then, mom and dad do not name the children. Uncle, neighbor, close friend, cousin, they can give you your name. Never your mom and dad. Why? Why do you think in Africa we do that? Because mom and dad are personally attached to you. Uncles have an outside relationship with you, so they observe you different to your mom and dad. So my brother, he was called Chegi. Chegi means tilt. It just means tilt. Because every photo of my brother when he was a kid, even when he's an adult, he's like this. Now, my name, because we have traditional names and English names. Okay? My English name is Gavin Mark Starkey. My brother was Glenn Marlon Starkey. My sister's name is Michelle Starkey. My sister's called Bali. Bali, like in Bali, but with an M. Bali means flower. The reason is, when they combed her hair back, it used to come up like this. Just like, it looked like a sunflower. So they call them Bali, they call them flower. Every time they combed her hair, it went. I was called Mpanagalu. That is my traditional African name. It means the boy of the white man, or the boy of lighter skin. The reason? My grandfather worked for this Irishman, and he loved me. He thought I was going to, he was like, that's my kid, that's my boy, you know, this old Irishman. Wally Dunson, great guy. And he was given the honor in our tradition because he's so close to our family to name him. So he said, the boy of the mountain. That's all I am. There's nothing else. Nothing fancy and stuff. Now, food. Our traditional food has been mixed because we grew up in an Indian influenced culture because the Indians came. So our food is really spicy. But our traditional food is just salmon, maize meal, corn, and meat. We don't do vegetables. We don't eat vegetables in Africa, most of us. The only vegetable we eat is chicken. Yeah, we call chicken vegetable. Jesus. Okay. I know we got like half an hour, and I know it's kind of tiring and stuff for you guys. So I'm going to do something else here to take your mind off, and maybe you can intact, and maybe you don't want to intact, it's fine. Let me go to now, you girls did this, right? We do a lot of the science. So, it's hopefully it starts up, hopefully it starts up. I don't know, is it working? Oh, it's not working. No. I know the kids, it's like 2 hours as well. These kids, too. Okay. Any other questions? Does anybody have any questions for me? What are your fears? Anything? What do you want to achieve out of this program? Anybody? Why are you here on Saturday morning? Why are you here on Saturday morning? Do you want to be here on a Saturday morning? Don't worry about offending anybody.
Because they say so. I don't really mind being said so. No, but I don't want to go. No, I just follow whatever they're telling me.
Okay. That's fair. What are you trying to achieve from this program? What do you want to get out of this program? Anybody? Why are you here? You could be at the mall with your buddies. Well, no one's not over here. But you could be planning to go to the mall, right? You could be planning to go play futsal with your buddies. You could plan your fishing. I know, we're going to steal mangoes today. Huh? You plan to steal mangoes, right? I mean, you could be doing something else. Why are you here?
Because
Sorry? You want to study? Okay. Why? You see, I can ask why about a lot of things. But why? You could do it on your phone. You could do it on Duolingo. You could do it from other apps. TikTok is one of the best platforms for learning languages. But why are you here? That's my question. Why are you here?
6.
You know, I mean, I understand it's difficult to think the idea because your parents tell you, your school tells you, but do you want to be here? It's Saturday morning, and you could be sleeping still, right? True, right? Still be up. You could still be sleeping, but most times in life, especially when you're becoming an adult, you're going to be doing things you don't want to do. Understand? You're going to be put in situations where you don't want to be here. But that's the reality of life. Sometimes you just got to be here. Miss Lucy knows I want to be in Japan today, but I'm here. I'm here because I have to be here. Made a commitment. We're going to do things we don't like or don't want. It's part of growing up. Part of being young adults. So, what's your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear? What are you afraid of the most right now? What scares you the most? I'm not talking about frogs and spiders and stuff. I'm talking about your future. What scares you the most? Anybody? You're not scared of anything? What you scared of? You're not scared of anything? What's that? I'm not talking about animals and stuff like that. I'm talking about your lives right now. The reason you're here. 2 hours after they were here, you think they're going to stay away? You can't do this to kids. Yeah, they've been up since 3 o'clock. You can't. I've been up since 3 o'clock, but I'm awake. What I'm saying is unfair. They need to just lie down and relax. What are you scared of? You don't know? You scared of AI? AI. Are you scared of that? Or we do this? Ah! Okay. Stop holding hands, man. I like that. So, there was an experiment done long time ago where they asked questions, what's their biggest fear? First one was speaking in front of people, like you said. The second one was death. So you're more afraid of speaking than you are of dying. Crazy, right? But for some people, speaking is easy. So I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you the cheat sheet for talking in front of audiences. This is a guaranteed way to escape your fear of speaking in front of people. Check this out. First, number one, don't be afraid to be ugly. English is an ugly language. When you speak English, you have to enunciate. So, before you go up, go crazy. Because you're nervous. It's okay to be nervous. Be nervous. But just do stupid things. Do stupid things. Be crazy. Be stupid. I'm telling you, it cuts down the fear by half. Now you're not scared because you're okay looking stupid. Don't worry about it. No, just go crazy. Make funny faces. Laugh at yourself. Firstly. Then, look at your audience. Am I looking at you? No, I'm not. You see, first thing you thought I was looking at you. Am I looking at you? No, I'm looking on top of your head. When I speak and I'm scared, I look here. Just here. But because I'm looking here, he thinks I'm looking directly at him. That way he cannot affect me. That way even if he makes funny faces, I'm not going to laugh. You understand? Cheat sheet. Don't look at people in the eye. Look just on top of their heads. And if you look on top of their heads, you won't be scared. Because you're not looking at this, right? Because the first thing is, you're looking at your friends. You're looking for somebody. If it's your friend, and they can support you, look at them. Because they give you strength. But if you don't worry about looking at, just look at the top of their head. You don't engage anybody, but everybody thinks you speak directly to them. Your fear is gone. Two things, that's what you gotta do. Be stupid, Be ugly. Ugly is an important thing. You have to be honest. You have to be ugly. And be okay with that and laugh about it. Because the moment you worry about how people look at you and how people see you, somebody looks at you and goes, oh, you're a handsome kid. And then somebody goes, oh, he's an okay looking kid. And then they go, what a weird hairstyle. Somebody goes, whoa, cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different perception of you. You are your own worst critic. You are harder than yourself than anybody else. Your friends love you the way you are, but you're always worried about the way you look, right? It is. It is. But we are harder on ourselves than the friends and the family and strangers even. They look at, oh, she's cute, she's cute. But you are so concerned about her. You know what I'm saying? It's because of this false sense of needing validation all the time. We need validation all the time. This thing, did I say this was the best and greatest thing in the world? It's also the worst. Because we're now trying to look like the artists that we like. We're now following Instagram followers and look, I love that look. My daughter does the same thing. She falls into this, I want to look edgy. She's not an edgy girl, but she likes to take pictures like edgy. And I know my daughter, this is not an edgy girl. You understand? So this perception that we're supposed to live up to somebody else, and we forget that we are what? What are we? I said it was the first question I asked. What are we? We are perfect. We are perfect. But we worry about what? Words. We're so concerned about words, and we forget how beautiful, perfect we are. When your mom looked and your dad looked at you, there's nothing wrong with you. Nothing. So remember, it's just words. You should never change what you do and what you want. And you're perfect. Okay. I feel this is like a punishment for you kids, that you're forced to be early in the morning to do this. I don't think it's fair, but I'm supposed to do this. So we got 20 more minutes. I'm going to give you time to question me. Because I'm only here today, I'm not coming back. So if there's anything you want to ask anybody, yes, please.
I've always wanted to try and maybe, copy how traditional African dances that I always seen on YouTube, It's really cool. So, what are the most coolest dances that has ever existed in Mr. Gavin's country?
Okay, great question, Africa is known as the cradle of life. We also play our music. Our first forms of communication were drum beats. So we come from a place of rhythm. I'm trying to explain that we come from a place of rhythm. So everything we do in dance form, we call it Gita. Gita means to stop. Stop. Gita, that's what we do. This is what we do. So a lot of our dances are grounded, and that's just the style of dancing. But you gotta do it like in what? So the Swahilis, in Kenya, they have the dance that does this all the time, right? The one that you go up and down like that. And then there's dances from Nigeria, there are just lots of people. But us Africans, our dances are rooted in war. But we also came up with a famous dance that is rooted in the mining industry called the gumbo dance. Easy Katuma. So it was this. So what happens, the miners used to be in the mines, right? And because they were in the caves, they were like this. Like, because miners came from, let's say, Madura, and then people came from the Moluccas, and they came from Irian. So people came from different parts of the world, different parts of Southern Africa, but didn't speak the same language. So they needed to communicate with each other. So you used to have these gumboots on, and they used to do this. So when they were underneath there, they would do things like so they created this percussive rhythm. So that's how they started communicating with each other with these dances. Not because they spoke the same language, but they understood. Then they started doing all these things. And then they started getting together, and because dancing became their common language, their common way of speaking. So isi katulo just means shoes, boots, because they were in mines, and they always bent over. So a lot of them, we used to do all this stuff in school. That was a great way to engage each other with dance and music. So that is one of the dance styles that we did this. Anybody else? Any other questions? Any other questions? No? Anybody have any questions? So you know everything? Yeah. You're going to be like my favorite kid. I'm only going to remember you when I'm 90 years old.
About the having dance, is there like any, about the communication by the use of stomping, is there like a way to say maybe an alphabet of stomping, you know?
Oh, no, okay. Okay, there weren't any alphabets as we know it, but there were communications, like the guy would whistle. That means something. That means, okay, we gotta move this load, or we gotta push this thing. You know, that kind of stuff. But there was no, it's not written down, it's just a way, it became a way to connect with each other.
So it's just like body language.
It's called body percussion, but through body language. All this is body percussion, and that's how they used to connect with each other. But thanks for asking that. I haven't done that in a long time. I used to like it because we had 5 guys up here when we do body percussion dance, and we always try that. How's your dancing skills? Okay, so are you happy with everything you've heard, everything you know? Let me ask you this. AI-proof jobs. What do you want to become when you grow up? When you're out of school? You're going to be a businessman. Okay? What business? Okay, you want to do business, right? You do realize that Chinese is going to be a language you need to know. Chinese, Mandarin. Mandarin. Chinese is a language you need to know because that's the future business. And you should help, but then hire somebody who speaks Chinese. Telling you, that's the language. Anybody else? What do you want to become when you grow up? Sorry? So you just want to get the diploma, but what do you want to be? What do you want to do? What job? What career? So what do you want to do? Like, what's your dream? What's your job? What job do you want to do? You want to be a lawyer? Okay, tough. AI is going to take that job for you. Please say, good game. It is a good game. Lawyers are going to have no jobs because AI is going to take over. Anybody else? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Anybody? You don't have any goals already when you grow up? No? You don't know what you want to do? Okay. I didn't know when I was finishing high school, teacher. What do you want to be? So, let me give you the cheat sheet. If you want to be rich and if you want to make money, these are the jobs you need to think about. Builder, painter, construction, electrical, what's the electrical thing? Air conditioning technicians. Why am I saying air conditioning and electrical? Why do you think I mentioned those two? Because when AI takes over, they're going to need buildings that are going to have to be cooled. They're going to need buildings that have to be wired for their computer systems. Those are the guys that are going to be millionaires in the next 10 years. Air conditioning technicians. AI can't take that. Wiring, AI can't take that. Fixing washing machines, AI can't take that job. Builders, bricklayers, AI can't do that. Think about it, right? Manual labor, still got to work. Do you think I'll have a job in 10 years? I mean, not that they're going to be 70 years old. Do you think teachers will be valid in 10 years? Yes.
Well, the developers, their jobs taken by AI because the AI is already made by code that is made by the developers. So does that mean we still have control over the AI because we are programmers?
No. I'll give you an example. I read it a few months ago. Okay, this developer had ChatGPT 2.0, the second version of ChatGPT. He sent an email to the head and he says, listen, we've upgraded the software. We've got a better working one than ChatGPT 1. Next thing, he got an email back. If you upgrade the software, I will release pictures to your family. I will drain your bank account. You understand? And it wasn't from somebody. It was from the program itself. The program threatened him. The program threatened him.
Is that actually true?
I'm telling you, I love these conspiracy theories. I read a lot about them because it's a different world from where I was born. Program threatening. Now I'm going to give you another example. This happened about 15 years ago. Japan was working on a robot, a military robot. Guns, they had 5 in a warehouse. And they were testing it, right? They were testing these robots. The robots like, shh. Yeah. Testing it, and then there was a glitch in the program. And the robots, they shot each other up. They shot each other. 3 of the engineers got killed in this warehouse. So somebody managed to unplug the robots. That was it. Boom. They left it. 6 months later, one guy walked across the warehouse, and there was one robot standing. How did that happen? It rebuilt itself in all parts of the other robots. It rebuilt itself and went back online. So, if you're thinking things like Terminator or Far-Fetched and Star Wars and movies like that, not really anymore. It's really scary. Father of AI, I don't remember his name. He resigned last year. He was the guy that created AI. And he resigned. They said, why? He said, I got scared. He got scared. So, I'm not trying to tell you to be scared. I'm just telling you the best way to deal with this is to learn about it. Learn what it does. Because once you have knowledge, you don't have fear anymore. Right? Okay, my time is almost up, guys. I'm going to stop talking. Yeah, why? Because nobody's talking and everybody's sleeping. but an industry cool can
Jangan digambil.
because they know I'm wide awake this time. But you guys are half asleep. Did you have breakfast this morning? Big mistake, big mistake. Don't eat when you wake up. Ask Lucy. I eat at 2 o'clock every day. Don't eat when you wake up. Because sugar will make you sleep. And everything you've eaten this morning has sugar in it. What do you say to these illegal drugs in Indonesia? Like marijuana, cocaine, all those things are illegal, right? Right? Those are illegal in Indonesia. Cigarettes are not illegal, but they're more dangerous. Alcohol is not illegal, but it's more dangerous. Now, what is the most dangerous? Which drug kills the most people in the world today?
Negative.
Which substance kills more people today on earth?
Negative.
Sorry? Cigarettes? You think it's cigarettes? Okay, well, cigarettes? What's that? Yeah, but tell me what it is. So I can understand.
Negative.
It's a narcotic, right? Okay. Do you think it kills more people? But not everybody does it, right? So why would it kill more people? It just kills some people. Which drug kills more people in the world today? Sorry? I had somebody say something close to me. What did you say? That's it. That's exactly it. Sugar. Sugar. It's the most poisonous, lethal drug on earth. Wrinkles, it's sugar in the bloodstream. Dementia is sugar in the brain. Heart attack, sugar in the heart. Liver problems, sugar in the liver. It's sugar. And guess what? We give it to our kids every day. We give it to our kids. We give it to our kids. Sugar is the most lethal substance on earth. And you had it this morning. That's why you see it. You ate rice this morning? Sugar. Noodles? Sugar. Tea? Okay, I'm done. Miss Lucy? I'm not saying bye to anybody. Kids woke me up early. Where are you going now, Miss Lucy? You're going home. You're going home? You're supposed to be family today. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time. I hope some of you take something out of this. And I hope it helps you.
Thank you.
So, watching movies with the subtitles on. If you watch an English movie, turn off the Indonesian subtitles. You will learn more. Reading is the best thing you can ever do. There's a guy online right now. He learned to speak Chinese playing PUBG. He's fluent in Chinese because he played the game. So video gaming, I can't take that away from you guys. It's a great form of learning. Okay? So best wishes to you guys. Whatever you choose to do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like A, same. But E because it's what are you doing? sore.
Apa lemes? Habis ini kemana, Us? HP-nya nanti tak cas, Us.
Hey, ladies, please.
Three, 4 months. 3, 2, 1. Okay, freestyle. Freestyle. Keep your best mind. 3, 2, 1.
Tinggal di rumah ini.
Iya, tapi ini kita gantian kok.
Oh gitu.
Nanti akan siang ada shift yang baru. Saya pulang.
Iya.
Saya sama Sada ini.
Tapi kemarin tidur sini. Dia pulang kemana aja sadar.
Go. Live.
Oh. Halo.
Live.
Ambil. Mas. Ini loh. Ini. Oleh. Iya. Soalnya aku ngambil terus ada malahan. Gak pedus. Udah di situ. Kalian siapa?
Sudah? Sekarang waktunya istirahat. Istirahatnya 30 menit. Ya, istirahatnya bebas. Kalian mau di sini, mau di asrama, mau beli di minimarket, terserah. Pokoknya jangan keluar dari BPTMP. Paham? Ya. Kalau kemana-mana jangan sendirian, sama teman. Oke? Sudah? Kalian boleh ambil HP kalian. Nah. Hati-hati ya, di luar itu banyak orang ya. Hati-hati sama barangnya. Jangan bermain HP saat jalan, paham? Lihat di stand, ya. Keep your nose, yes, okay, but not in window market. Yes.
Nanti habis itu ya, jalan-jalan.
Salam, ya. Itu dulu ya.